Good at every single position when you kind of look at them. What's your take on what they do and what might cause you guys some problems?
I think they're a really complete football team, from the quarterback to the O-line to their skilled players on the outside to the running backs. They pose a lot of different problems. Running the ball, they do a great job of eating clock, controlling the tempo of the game with their run game, and then they can throw the ball deep. So it's a challenge all over the field.
A.J. McCarron, what have you seen out of him that you really take to heart and think this is what we have to stop?
Great poise in the pocket, knows where to go with the football, doesn't panic, very patient, knows how to manage the game. Obviously, he's a guy that's won a lot of football games, national championships. He's very poised back there. Looks like he's got a really good pulse of the offense and leading their offense. So got a lot of respect for him. He's a very good player.
Last week you needed your defense to step up and make plays at the end, and they did. How much of that carried over into practice this week, that, I guess, confidence?
I don't think our guys lacked confidence. I thought we've been the same, and that's really been my message to them the whole time. Let's just keep doing what we're doing. We don't need to change from week to week, and we don't have to have a different philosophy for this ball game versus the last ball game. We have to go out and execute. It's about what we do and focusing on us and getting better each and every single practice, each and every single opportunity we get to play football. So that's really been the message, and I think I see that that even demeanor with our defense, not too up, not too down, just staying businesslike.
Can you take encouragement over those
since the start of the year, since that Oregon game?
Yeah, no, we've improved. There's no question about that. Comparing us to the Oregon game, Oregon, gives you a lot of problems. I mean, their tempo and the things that they do, we didn't handle very well. But we've grown, we've moved on, and do see us improving each and every week.
Can you take encouragement in the way y'all were able to hold South Carolina and Georgia relatively in check, or is this just a whole different?
You said take encouragement?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think the guys played a whale of a game, and they were at their best when their best was needed, and I was real proud of them. And that's kind of been our MO all year. They've just been very resilient and just consistent, and have a great attitude. Every time they take the field, it's an opportunity for us to do something great for Tennessee, and we just got to keep that and keep pushing forward.
Earlier in the season, it didn't look like Alabama was running the ball maybe the way it had been accustomed to running it. Some changes on the O-line, some new guys at tailback. Have you seen progression from Alabama in that area?
I have. You've seen them get better and better every week. They had some new offensive line, that started the season for them, but they seem like they're clicking now. They've got a good chemistry bottom up front. They're working well together. They move well together. So, they've gotten better.
Not to suggest Alabama's a good matchup for you guys, but in some ways, the fact that they're more of a pro-style offense, is that more suited, I guess, to you guys' game in some ways? Or?
They pose a lot of issues. They're like I said, they're a complete offense. They got a big physical offensive line. They got great running backs, great quarterback, and then guys on the outside where they can just, they can take you deep at any point. And so they're outstanding. And we got a big challenge. We know that.
Is it different to face a quarterback who doesn't really run a whole lot? I know it's been a lot different than
right.
Y'all seen.
Yeah, no, that part of it is different, but they're good in so many other areas that they don't need a running quarterback.
Coach, one thing that Coach Jancek has talked about is seeing the conditioning show up in the offensive line during the second half. Have you seen the same thing from your guys up front? In the
Certainly, I think when you look at the statistics of the game, we held South Carolina to, I think it was 12 yards in the fourth quarter. Obviously, when you're doing that, you're in pretty good shape. So,
and is that part of it? Was that unexpected? Has it been an unexpected bonus, or knowing this system, or are you not surprised that that's been the case?
No, our guys have always been in tremendous shape. The last place we were at, our strength and conditioning staff took great pride in that, and that's carried over here to Tennessee, and it's paying dividends.
And you touched on this a little bit, but Alabama's balance. If you look at the numbers, maybe are about as balanced as anybody in this league. How just as a play caller or defense, how does that improve?
You got to get a feel for it. You just got to see what the situation of the game is, where the ball is on the field. All those things will come into play as we get into the game.
Are they one of the more disciplined teams in the country on offense? When you look at them, it just doesn't look like AJ's only thrown 3 interceptions. I think they've fumbled a couple times. They just look really sound.
They execute. That's the thing that you see with them. And AJ's really good with the ball. He'll throw it away. He doesn't try and force things. So he makes really good decisions with the football.
And the running backs, I know everybody, I guess, talks about Yeldon, but Drake, 8 yards a carry. Yeah, just how much of a one, not really 1-2.
He's outstanding.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a fantastic running back. So, yeah, they got a slew of backs over there.
And then Derrick Henry. I mean, I guess, how as a defensive coordinator do you prepare your guys mentally that you can't, it doesn't matter who's back there? Is that every week you can't?
Yeah, again, our focus is always going to be on us and what we do. We want to know the strengths and weaknesses of our opponents, certainly, but we can't control who they play at running back, so let's not worry about it. Let's just do our job and take care of our responsibilities on every play.
You say weaknesses, but what would that be in that team?
They don't have many. Let's put it that way. I would have to go back and really study the film to try and find some. I said it earlier, I think they're a really complete offense. Offensive line is really good. Quarterback is obviously outstanding, proven leader, proven winner. The receivers can really run, and they have great route concepts. They throw the ball down the field, and the backs are outstanding.
There's not a lot of secrets about them. You know what you get every year with them. So what is it about them that every opponent knows what they're going to get, and they still find a way to stop them?
They have great players. They're well coached, and they execute. And they're patient. I mean, you'll see times where they try and run the ball and they only get 1 or 2 yards. But they don't panic. They stay the course. They believe in what they're doing. And just over the course of 4 quarters, they just pound on you, and then they take shots, and get big chunk plays. So they're outstanding. They're the number 1 team in the country.
Coach, you worked with Coach Martinez at Georgia, and Butch worked with Coach Stripling 7 years now, basically. How much is that kind of familiar?